Say not. My name is Duran, original _ gentleman 82. I am the host of the show. The only host. I have this goon here. But, I'll let this man introduce himself.
Thank you. My name is Sidney Francis. I am _ Mr. Ambitious, or Focused Ambition Training. If you can see the triangles there, that's what Focused Ambition is for. All right. You want to see it again? Was that good, Duran?
Control yourself, young man.
Okay, thank you. Well, yeah, we have here, let's get serious now, Duran. Get off my phone, okay? We have a very, very special guest today. His name is Marcus Coleman. All right, I have a long list of introduction. I have to read this because it's a lot.
Why is it memorized?
Coming out here.
You have one.
I made sure I wrote it down because I didn't want to mess it up, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mark is a graduate of Martin J. Whitman School of Management from Syracuse University. He played Division I football there as well. And he was also selected to the Big East All-Academic Team, which is, I think, his major, which is the athletic director's honor roll. Now he's working at Raymond James and Associates, which is a huge financial firm. It has $900 billion under management, which is ridiculous. All right, that's not it. Mark is also the treasurer of the Berkshire County chapter of the NAACP. All right, and he's also on the advisory chair board of the Dually Leadership Experience. So it's a great guest. He has a whole lot of knowledge in the financial world, so you're about to learn some really good things today. So welcome to the show, Marcus.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Yeah.
You
From the real host.
Yes, you weren't here until
You feeding into it. Right?
Listen. We all can recognize, who's really handling things around. But yes, welcome. Mm-hmm. I'm not. Go ahead. I'll let my assistant handle it.
Okay. So, Mark, please just explain to us a little bit about your background and just introduce yourself, to our new viewers.
Yeah, I got you, Sid. And once again, thank you for having me on Pushboy Podcast. This is a great opportunity. You two are doing great things, and kind of met you two back in my hometown. I grew up in Camden, New Jersey. We all know Camden, New Jersey. We have our bad things and we have our great things.
CMD, baby.
Yeah, CMD, I don't rap that, No, I'm messing with you. But Camden, like a lot of inner cities in America, it makes you stronger, That adversity that you face, other kids don't face. It might break you, but if you make it out of it, you become stronger.
Yes,
become guys like yourself, business owners and just serial entrepreneurs having this podcast up right now.
Yeah.
But I came from Camden, New Jersey, a single mother. My father, like other people from inner cities, suffered with drug addiction. But my outlet was sports.
Yeah.
Played football, wrestled, and it created a lot of opportunities for me. Like you mentioned in the beginning, I earned a scholarship to Syracuse University. I'm like, that's a blessing right there, like free school.
I like how he said that.
Yeah.
He didn't say they gave me a scholarship. He said, I earned a
Oh,
scholarship.
no. I definitely put in work.
Yes, sir.
Student athletes, that's a real hustle right
Yes,
there.
sir.
Like, you really working. That's 2 hours of practice after school in high school, and then now, then you gotta study. You gotta keep your GPA up. It's not easy.
Yeah,
So
on your stuff.
yeah.
Real.
So this is a little tangent, but I'm happy that the NCAA is actually paying athletes now on their likeliness. That's a big step.
Oh, yeah.
Making money off their back all these years. They gotta give them something.
Right.
That whole
They have to.
that amateurism.
Man.
That's right.
I feel like that was one of the biggest, like, how you say, gains for them. Like, not the athlete, but for the school. You got these people with money. You're making money off these people's back. You don't have to give anything but education. You're not paying them to receive education. You say, well, we're giving you an education.
You're not giving them anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're not giving me anything. You earned that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, of you earning the rights to get that free education, they feel like they're earning the rights to make billions off your back.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think that's right.
But
I just had to say that.
That doesn't even add up, though.
Doesn't. It does. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. I mean that's
frustrating.
that's a good point. You got to look at it as a business arrangement. It's mutually beneficial. Like you said, like we grew up in the streets. No one give you anything for free.
No.
If I give you something for free, I'm expecting something in the future,
Exactly.
whether it's a thing or a service.
Yeah.
That's the same thing when it comes down to amateurism and NCAA. The reason why they gave out scholarships is we can go back to the past of Notre Dame being one of the first schools to get a national contract with ABC. They realized that having your school on national television every week made some of the smartest kids in high school want to come to your school. It was money involved. Then you saw the ad revenue. You're not giving out scholarships for free.
Right.
If it was just solely altruistic, it wouldn't be while the rest of the world was shut down during COVID. We're making things happen in NCAA to have football and basketball going on.
Right. Yeah.
The money.
Had to keep it going. Right?
Exactly.
So you have a sports background. Now you're in finances. How much of the tools and the competitives from sports did you take into now in the financial world? How do you translate that?
Oh, sports is big in business in general. You might read from your personal experience in business. A lot of business owners want ex-sports players to be in their sales and business development because of one, the competitiveness. You're good as your last play. So in the business world, you can't just live off of what you did 1 year ago because it's so competitive. What can you do for me now? That's something you learn in sports. Also, being a collaborative leader. Sports like football, basketball, field hockey, soccer, lacrosse, these are team sports. You can't win without knowing how to collaborate.
Yeah.
And in business, you can't win without having diverse people in your board and knowing how to collaborate with people that's different than you, because your consumer is going to think different than you, and you need to know how to make your service and your products align to what your consumer wants. So sports taught me a lot, from collaborating with people, and then the last thing is discipline. Like in sports, I realized that you had to work out for those 8 weeks to get only 10 more pounds on your bench press, but that 10 more pounds on your bench press might equate to you making one more sack in a game, and that's an opportunity that might got you that scholarship into college. But just knowing that you have to do the same thing over and over again until eventually you get to your end goal. So it's so many parallels between sports and business.
What position did you play?
So I used to play D tackle.
D tackle.
So I was one of the pretty big boys, you know.
So do you think like your position in football, right? You know how you said football and business kind of go together. Do you think, since you were on defense and your job was to go get it, do you think that translates into your business life?
Oh yeah, I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like that position fits you. You know what I'm saying? So does that translate?
Yeah. So yes,
Okay.
but to take a step back, just looking at football is human chess. So it's not just, I wasn't just working out and preparing my body, I was preparing my mind too. A lot of people forget about the film session. I'm studying my opponent, the person that might be right across from me, the guard or tackle. Then also I'm studying the team scheme. There's always going to be tendencies. There's always going to be patterns. And if you can see those patterns in your competitor or your ops, whatever you want to call them, that's how you win. That's a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in business. You gotta be prepared.
For that advantage.
I'm looking for that advantage. I'm not gonna just come into a meeting with a client and not know about their background, trying to get some type of insight into what their needs and wants are. I'm gonna try to learn as much as I can. One, that's out of respect, to show that client that I'm interested in who they are, and also that I'm coming prepared and I'm not gonna waste their time.
Exactly.
In football, in my position, time was everything. On average, the quarterback gets the ball out in less than 2 seconds. So that means I got 2 seconds to beat someone else that prepared all week to beat me and keep me from getting to the quarterback to get to the quarterback. And it's the only way you can get to there is your body as well as that mental part, and that's in business too. It's just, I'm blessed that I played a sport like football because I think I was prepared with skills and experiences other people don't get to experience.
Like basketball players.
Basketball players, they saw.
Are y'all serious right now?
Excuse me? You need to do a layup? No, I'm sorry. We laying people down.
Basketball.
Basketball is really physical though. I think it's just as physical as football.
Basketball is fun.
I don't even think we should talk about basketball. Shouldn't even give it no airtime. You have any? What's next on that book? It's like nah, but yeah, it was just in my mind because you're in a world of numbers, a world of finance, and when I played football, the defensive coach didn't want me to play defense. That's how I rolled to the offensive left guard, just because he said I was too happy. You know what I mean? He said I didn't have a mean attitude. So you know what I'm saying? When I meet people and they tell me they play defense or especially defensive line, to me they have that locked in. Like they have the ability to focus and lock in and worry about nothing else but destroying that goal that they have. You know what I'm saying? Getting to it, and that seems to me like what you do. You know what I mean? You research, you break it down, and you get right to it.
But I mean, I got full disclosure. I was an O-line in high school. I was offensive tackle.
That's why you got footwork, don't you?
Yeah, I got happy feet.
There you go. See, look. Just shout out to all the football players out there, all the linemen out there.
Why are you so heavy about this?
Fuck basketball, all football.
That's crazy, yo.
I don't think we ever had anybody else play football on the show.
Matt.
He was on the Fat Cast.
Oh.
This is Pushboy, baby.
Don't mix up the brands.
It's Pushboy, baby.
You know what I mean? But I did have a question. Why finance? Like, what was it about finance that made you be like? Because you could have went to any avenue of handling, helping your community learn about finance. But what made you go into this area of finance?
Yeah, I mean, this comes down to life experiences. I mean, we all know one of the main things that makes up who you are as a person is your experiences. And two major experiences really influence and directed my path into finance. One is growing up in a single mother household. So my mother, give it to her, she's a strong woman, and she taught me, she was like truly the personification of perseverance. And she was a person that was single mother, 2 kids on welfare, decided to go back to school, went to Rowan University. Shout out to Rowan University, good school in South Jersey. Went there, majored in mathematics and early childhood education, got her degree and became a teacher. And she created a better life for us. But the lack of her financial literacy really couldn't allow her to do the things she truly wanted to do for us. Even making more money, we still were the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's that was one big experience. I'm like, there's other teachers that my mom works with and lives in better communities than my mom lives in, and they're making the same amount of money.
Yeah.
What's the gap? Or is she not making the same amount of money? But that usually doesn't happen in public jobs. You know, it's more regulated than the corporate America. You might see more discrepancies. And then the second thing is sports. Playing football and playing at a high level, I was blessed to have friends that played in the NFL, and then I have friends that played in the NBA. And we all know of the stories they talked about. You accumulate a lot of money if you're an athlete or entertainer, and then you go broke. And I got to see it. Eyes up, I was like, how do they lose? How do they go broke? You make millions of dollars a year. How do you go broke? One, everyone in the locker room doesn't make millions of dollars a year, but you all are associates, you're friends. So, starting quarterback going out to the club, you the new rookie wide receiver, you trying to get close with the starting quarterback. Now you out in the club, you only probably making $580,000 a year. Starting quarterback making $20 million. So starting quarterback throw $20,000 in the strip club. and you throw 20,000 in a strip club, that's a big difference.
Yes.
And especially
You
when,
go home.
and especially with the NFL, we like to say the acronym stands for not for long.
Not for long.
I mean, average career is 3 to 4 years. You under 30 years old, and you retire from your first career, you're gonna have to learn some other skills.
Oh, yeah.
And I realized there was a huge void in our community of having people that look like myself in the industry that we truly need, and I truly believe is a big part of us getting to our last goal of freedom. Not just financial freedom. I feel like without financial freedom, we truly can't have freedom for ourselves as a people.